Greetings, I'm Solidus-Skully, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Yes, indeed, it is time for us to traverse to the realms of deep space, even though we are in deep space, and that's a joke I've already made before. Whatever, let's keep on traveling.
All the way out here?
Oh dear, looks like we got some Unversed to clean up. Now, if you remember when we encountered them as Ventus, we fought the parent. This is all its children. So yes, Terra enraged the Unversed squid thing's children. Anyway, it's pretty much another thing akin to Aqua's little space battle on board, I have no idea what the fuck that ship is called, the giant whale mobile. Anyway, what you're pretty much doing is pretty much just, you know, swinging around, destroying the Unversed, and, I don't know if there's like a set limit that you have to kill, but yeah, just pretty much bop around for a little bit until the spaceship encompasses you. And then we get to see the very beginning of the Deep Space story arc as we see how Jumba and Stitch were freed in the first place. So anyway, enjoy the cutscene, rather lengthy one of that, and I'll see you in a bit.
Is he the one?
Yes, Grand Councilwoman. I've confined him until we can determine what he is. Take cover. Leave it to me to handle these fiends. Whatever you are, you're under arrest. Eventually.
Unversed. I'll give you a fight.
So, now we see how the Unversed first got into the ship, and also a matter of how the Keyblade is quite literally one of the most useful tools a person can have. It can literally open a jail cell. It would be a thief's best friend, it would, but unfortunately they lack the heart of pure light to access it. But we need some help from our friends, which is why we're using Aquatic Woman's D-Link. Magic Volley. It's not quite as useful as Pussy Penetration, but it does get the job done. And yeah, to kind of talk about Terra's finisher at this point, because we pretty much have unlocked his ultimate one. Yeah, Terra's ultimate finisher is Cunt Slayer. Yeah, somehow it lets me name it Cunt Slayer, provided there's not a space in between, but it won't let me call it Vagina. Or Penis. I don't even know anymore.
Very impressive display. Wait! You help! I have been imprisoned on ridiculous charges.
Is that so?
I am innocent scientist who created the galaxy's most destructive, constructive species of all time. Why, my experiment could annihilate creatures you fought so hard. He is bulletproof, fireproof, and can think faster than supercomputer. He can see in the dark and move objects 3,000 times his rather diminutive size. And for reasons preposterous, the Federation Council fears him. They take him away from me and throw me here in small, stuffy, rather badly lit cell.
Because he's so powerful?
Exactly. Everyone always gets antsy in pantsy when somebody more powerful is in the neighborhood. You understand, perhaps? We must make to rescue him, or he'll be banished to far reaches of space.
Okay then. Take me to him.
Experiment 626. His name I give to adorable fluffy creature you're helping for to rescue. And I am genius scientist who created him, Doctor Jumba Jookiba.
I'm Terra.
Pleasure is all ours. 626 is this way. Hurry!
Gotta be honest, I was half expecting something to pop up there going, like, you forged a dealing with Jumba. I mean, actually, you know what? In hindsight, I was initially gonna make a joke about you did have absolutely fuck all to do, but no. Given the fact that he is the one of the guys who made the experiments, I don't know if this was the case in the original movie or maybe retcon later on for the TV series, but yeah, he was Jumba was pretty much the guy who made a lot of the experiments in tandem with Dr. Hamsterveal, I think. And yeah, I actually think it would have been cool to forge a dealing with him and maybe have a lot of his attacks come in the form of, you know, different experiments that you would have seen throughout the TV show, although I suppose the problem there is that it would have encompassed having to borrow elements from the Disney TV series, which the Kingdom Hearts as a whole is a little bit skeptical of doing. Which is kind of odd, because they include Sparky, who you've seen at the command board, and might just be making an appearance here later on. You know, and he was from the pilot movie for the Lilo and Stitch TV series, so yeah, selective reasoning, I guess. But the point is that I think it would have been cool to maybe have some experiments utilized via Jumba's dealing. That would have been fun. But in any case, though, we get to have more of an exploration into the cells, and Terra, once again allying himself with the villains. Yeah, he's pretty much just teaming up with Jumba to bop about and do a thing, really. And I suppose to talk about Jumba Jookiba specifically, yeah, he is actually voiced by David Ogden Stiers. I believe for the final time in his career, because he actually did pass away a couple of years ago now, which is kind of a shame, because, yeah, the guy was a pretty solid actor. Had a fairly lengthy career, actually. And, yeah, a very wholesome kind of guy. But I mean, all that aside, like, I mean, Terra's visit to deep space compared to Aqua and Ventus, it is a little bit more direct for the straight and narrow as terms of where you're going. You do get to see a fair bit of the ship, so, again, you got a fair chunk of level to explore, things to find, and treasure chests to unlock. It's just that, I mean, at this stage, I've pretty much expunged most of, if not all of my tangents that I could have had related to Lilo and Stitch, so I suppose the only thing left for me to really say is, would this ever return, like, for a future Kingdom Hearts game? Because, I mean, we did see Stitch as a summon in Kingdom Hearts 2, he actually returns as a summon in Kingdom Hearts 3 as well, and I am actually quite curious, because, again, the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer did showcase that Donald and Goofy are still going to Disney Worlds, so it's possible that there might still be some stuff there, or if they're doing a dual character thing, I'm guessing, like, maybe you play, like, a little bit of the game as maybe Kairi venturing around Disney Worlds, maybe a bit of Sora. You know, since Riku, as we saw at the secret ending of Kingdom Hearts 3, is also in Quadratum. I don't know, maybe a Lilo and Stitch world visit could be possible, but I'm not really too sure on that. I mean, if that's the way they're going to be setting things up, then I think we'd be pretty set for things, but I don't know, it's quite curious, really, as to how you would really adapt Lilo and Stitch, given that everything that's happened in the Kingdom Hearts continuity. I don't know, like, I mean, I guess for the sake of my nostalgia for the movie, I would enjoy that, but, it's quite curious. And again, we really don't know what they're doing for Kingdom Hearts 4. We haven't seen any trailers, before, well, I mean, since, you know, the initial reveal one, so I don't know, I'd be quite curious to see what's going on. Whee! Puzzle pieces. Not really too much to say, so let's see if there's anything else we can discuss with our fine feathered fair. And I don't really have anything. Well, I suppose I can bring this up in lieu of having, like, any space to really talk about it in the Olympus Coliseum, but yeah, alongside Monstro, we initially would have seen an additional Titan fight from the Hercules world, but this was cut at the 11th hour. Which again does make me, I mean, I think I might have brought this up before, but fuck, I might as well reiterate. Does make me wonder what sort of Titan we would have been fighting as a secret boss. I mean, assuming this would have been in the Mirage Arena and not the Arena, since again, we do also fight the Ice Titan, but I'm guessing they're meaning, you know, either the Earth Titan, which already does have, you know, Kingdom Hearts 1 PS2 assets already on hand, or if they were willing to go the extra mile and give us, you know, the Wind Titan or the Lava Titan. I mean, that could have been fun. Anyway, Doom sound effects. Oh! That's pretty much all, really. In any case, though, that's everything we really have to say yet. And he does go across a lot of the same areas as Aqua, so... yeah, I've really got nothing. By the way, that's Meteor. Excellent ability. You do actually get to use something like that in Dream Drop Distance as well. Oh, there we go. That's excellent. I can't quite remember what that is. It's not Dark Haze, it's, yeah, Chaos Blade, I think that is. It's pretty much a Sonic Blade, except with darkness power to it, so... yeah, you do get to use some pretty fun abilities as Terra. It's just, you know, they can be quite tasty. Delicious. Ah, yes. Onwards to deep space. Yeah, you don't really need to do anything. It's, in Terra's case, it's pretty much just, going from one place to another, really. Which, again, is just very much a part of Terra's design ethos. Again, he's got the more complex character arc in terms of his struggle with the darkness, but in terms of raw gameplay, he's very much just going from point A to B, which is... again, I mean, if that was an intentional design decision where, you know, Aqua is pretty much a straight lace in terms of morals and her loyalty to the light, then, you know, but her having also the most complex level pathways, I don't know, it's a decent bit of design ethos, I think. Yeah, nothing more. I could talk about a Bounding Crystal. By the way, this little thing here, I can't quite remember what its name is. You do also fight it in the Peter Pan world with Neverland, but yeah, that can also be another efficient way to grind. With it'll pretty much split into multiple different jellyfish. And again, if you beat it up, get a shitload of XP, and that's one way you can level up. To be honest, in a lot of my attempts to sort of grind it, it's not quite as effective as the reactor chamber from Radiant Garden, so... that is still my one go-to method of grinding, unless of course you're using the EXP Walker trick, but... yeah, even then, that's, I don't know, like, there isn't really an expedient way to really grind in Birth by Sleep, which... again, like, I mean... it's sort of a case of wishing one hand, shit in the other, because, I mean... Kingdom Hearts games both perform in sense, like, I mean, with the dry forms of Kingdom Hearts 2, like, I mean... it isn't too bad, because you are technically getting something out of it, and even with the case of the Dream Eaters and, you know, the next game, Dream Drop Distance, again, while it does require you to invest in the whole Dream Eaters, you know, pet simulator gameplay system, again, you are still getting a lot of passive and, you know, dominant benefits out of those abilities, so... again, it's just picking your poison, really. By the way, this is Cunt Slayer, the ultimate ability. Again, you have a lot of invincibility frames, and you're pretty much directing smaller meteors to take down enemies, which can be quite useful, but at the same time, though, if your enemy's moving around really quickly, yeah, not really much you can do about it. It's primarily recommended for crowd control, I'd say, because, you know, it does have a decent area of effect, and, I don't know, it can be quite a useful ability, it's just that it's not the most expedient of abilities. But I'd still say that the invincibility frames it provides is well worth it, so... yeah, just take it from me. Anti-gravity... wee! And if you were sitting here thinking that I had nothing to say anymore about Lilosa and Lestitch, you'd be correct. Rockbreaker is gone now. Yeah, we also have Double Dash. Not to be confused with a Mario Kart game, but instead like the little ice slide dash that you can command meld for. Which, I mean, I probably did command meld, it's probably just off screen, or maybe I even hallucinated the whole thing. In fact, it's entirely likely that I haven't even recorded any of Birth by Sleep at all, I'm just hallucinating before my inevitable death, and I wake up in a car crash, like Harry Mason, in Bad End of Silent Hill 1. Let's see, have I got anything else? Well, I mean, I do have one thing that I can say, although not really related to this world, but instead related to Sleeping Beauty, so I guess it technically counts in Birth by Sleep. But yeah, the film Sleeping Beauty was once actually considered a financial failure, and Walt almost scrapped Disney's whole animated film production because of the financial losses of that film and Fantasia, which, again, there's a lot of trivia behind that I will, you know, cover when we eventually get to Dream Drop Distance, where Fantasia is adapted. But the only reason why Disney continued their animated features at all was because of a low-cost Xeroxing process that was used in the 101 Dalmatians, and that pretty much kept the engine running, purely because the Xeroxing process they had for that film, you know, kept costs relatively low, and thus Disney continued onwards. I mean, I suppose it is something to be said about Disney facing hard times, even, you know, during what's meant to be their heyday, really, so... I don't know, it is quite fascinating. I mean, again, like, bear in mind, this was back during a time when all Disney really had to their name was purely a lot of their animated features, so... Again, if that went bust, Disney, as we would have known it, would have been, you know, sunk. I mean, again, there was no Marvel comic books or Star Wars for them to, you know, fall back on, or 20th Century Fox or anything. Again, they were very much just the animated production company, which... It's quite odd to think about it now, because, like, I mean, we still see... I mean, even back then, though, Disney always had a degree of being, like, this larger-than-life company, but especially nowadays, when they seem to own practically everything, that's... It's, I don't know, just goes to show how bloated film production and the entertainment industry really is in days such as this. But then again, I also don't know whether or not that just has anything to do with the fact that we sort of live in, like, a nerd culture-dominated world today, or... Again, if it's just purely the factor that... I don't know, really. I guess some things are more tolerable in this world and some things aren't. Anyway, don't worry, we're almost pretty much done with our lengthy commute across this spaceship of anti-gravity proportions. After we just go to the Moogle shop, the Moogle room, and see what we can get, savor the game, and onwards to new adventure where we can finally get to a boss fight and move on to greener pastures. Whee! Whimsical space things! Oh no, it's the... There we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Death. I said death! Damn. He must have had a Zero card on hand because Doom did not affect him. Damn it. I'm sad now. Doom is one of my favorite Final Fantasy spells, and it failed me. But it failed. Now, that balloon man will putrefy and turn into a zombie within the hour. Oh, what have you? Anyway, cutscene go now.
Amazing, is it not? Such tremendous power in such itty-bitty package. Truly, he's the one, and that's the only. The mightiest creature in all of galaxy, and his only singular instinct to destroy everything he touches. See?
What? When did you... Give that back!
Too late. He's already marked for destruction.
No, stop! My friend gave me that!
Oh? Friend? Are you joking?
It's so funny I fall on bottom.
He's totally lost on 626.
Funny. This whole time I've been telling myself I want to be stronger, more independent. But the second I let my heart do the talking, I find out how little I really know myself, and how much I miss them. That experiment of yours, you sure about him? Maybe in his heart he wants friends, just like the rest of us.
Impossible, Petty. He has no actual feelings, only destructive instincts I have carefully chosen for him. Or perhaps you need another demonstration of my evil geniusness.
Oh, Sparky, you're my enemy? But I thought we were friends. But yeah, we actually have a battle against Sparky. Once again, I'm thinking, you know, Jumba D-Link would have been cool. But to talk about Sparky in terms of what he actually does, yeah, he's got a lot of Electrica-based attacks, and in terms of the best way to defeat him, he has a few specific tells again. You can pretty much just sort of wail on him, but he will pretty much fly out of reach, and on the odd occasion also possess some electronic equipment. Like again, in this case with Stitch's cell, he can possess some of the guns which you'll use to attack you. So yeah, the best thing to really do is just sort of, you know, tango with him, take him down as quickly as possible, and well, I suppose use a lot of ranged attacks, because again, he does also like to get out of your reach, you know, a lot of the time, but again, when you get him to low enough health, he will start to get desperate enough to start possessing the guns, as I mentioned beforehand. But otherwise, I mean, he's not as difficult as some of the other bosses that you can encounter, but again, given the fact that Terra's pretty much more of a tanky Keyblade kind of guy, and not really one for magic like Aqua, he's at a bit of a disadvantage in terms of at least trying to reach Sparky. But again, nothing really to... No! The darkness had failed! And there we go, now he's possessing the guns. You're dear! So yeah, you're pretty much gonna take out the guns, and this is part of the reason why I was kind of putzing about it, because I did actually want to show off, you know, show off some of the gun attacks, but though, to my cost actually, because now Sparky is kicking my ass. But don't worry, use a D-Link, you can heal yourself up, and borrow some of your friend's power. Although I don't think, no, I don't think actually, is it doing anything, or am I hallucinating again? Oh well. Oh, Chaos Blade, save me! There we go. Yes, eat darkness, you little bitch! But yeah, all things considered though, I actually quite enjoyed the Sparky battle. I mean, again, there is a bit of a lengthy commute, and probably something that wouldn't have been as bad commentary-wise if I did Terra's story first, but... yeah, I got nothing else to... well, that could have gone better. Deflect. Yes, I'm finally adequate at blocking. I can play video games, mommy. Yes, cry, you little bitch. The power of darkness, boy. That will help you, Terra.
Oh, you'll be all right, little one. Huh? What is it? Why have you returned?
Maybe he's wondering what a friend is.
Ridiculous!
My name is Terra.
Terra.
Yes. I can't explain friendship. When you feel it, you'll know it.
Not if I have any say in the matter. You are only meant to think about what it is you will destroy next. Now, I fix what is wrong with you.
Red alert! Red alert! Experiment 626 and 2 prisoners have escaped from the cell bay. Security, locate the fugitives immediately. Repeat, Experiment 626
Not so fast.
and 2 prisoners have escaped from the cell
Well,
bay.
we can't stay here and get caught.
Locate the fugitives immediately.
Ven, Aqua, I'll find some way to make things right.
Yep, just like Princess Aurora, Terra's like, well, I completely fucked things up here, time to leave. Ugh, Jesus, man. You're just making mistakes wherever you go. But anyway, on that note, I'm Solidus-Skully, keeping new metal, and next time we go on to our final Disney world, Never Never Land.